Welcome everybody. I want to thank you for taking the time out and watching the video. My name is Tony and I'll be going through the Nadex online platform with you. Before we get started, just need to take care of some stuff. A little bit of legality. I do not work for Nadex. Anything I show here on this video is not a trade recommendation or suggestion. This is just an educational tutorial to show you guys how to navigate through Nadex. All right, so let's get started. If you guys are not familiar with Nadex, Nadex is a U.S. exchange. They regulate derivatives in the U.S., so you can tell by with all the regulations that are happening now on trading, they are good to go. You can use them. They are not like some of the other binary options websites that you see online that are not regulated. Nadex makes trading absolutely easy. It's really simple. It's as simple as it can get, a yes or no statement about the market. Um, There is no other exchange like this, honestly. When you sign up, you become a member, so you're trading against other members and as well as putting on trades with market makers who provide liquidity to the market. And the good thing about this is that you can actually open up account literally as low as $100. You can get up and running. I always recommend getting on a demo account. This is not a demo account, but I do recommend starting off at a demo account because you get your feet wet and you can see how the platform works and see how trading binary options can really help limit your risk. Absolutely no margin calls. The ability to hedge short-term moves on long positions that you may have. Um, if you guys know tastytrade.com, they always have this saying that I always like. They've coined it, but I intentionally love using it all the time. It's trade small and trade often. With Nadex, you can absolutely trade small and you can continue to put more trades on, which is keeping you in the game, which is letting you be involved in trading in ways you possibly can't be. Right now, you go to any brokerage to trade the US 500, which is the S&P 500, you'd have to put up a ton of capital just to trade it. Here, you don't have to. Um, Basically, if you don't know what an exchange is, because they are not a broker, they are not market makers, they're an exchange. They're matching you they match buyers and sellers to a particular price, and then what they do is they make that trade transaction, um, and so they don't engage in any trading. Um, the awesome part about this is that you can trade on absolutely almost a lot of popular products. If we take a look here, we go to Finder, you're going to see that the indice binaries, which are just single contracts that you can do, you have the FTSE, you have Germany, you have the US Tech, you have US 500, you have the US Small Cap, you have Wall Street. These are all your typical indices, you know, and you honestly cannot trade. Even if you wanted to do a bigger size and even hold overnight, it's kind of hard to without having to put that extra capital up. Even if a trade is still going and let's say you're down, you don't get that margin call. You don't have to. They're not going to force that trade out because you still have time, and that's a good thing about putting out trades that are not just 5 minute or 20 minute, but if you do weeklies, like right here, this is the weekly S&P 500. It's got 23 minutes left, and as you can see, the indicative right now is at 2361. So, you know, um, you honestly can't go wrong with with using binary options. And so let's just get into it. That was just a little bit about Nadex. Um, awesome tools that you can use. They have this awesome market filter. You can go in here, you can specifically put um, your own indicative inside here, or you can choose all of them like forex, indices, commodities, or certain events. Um, and you can do it by time, so if they're expiring in 1 day or in a week. And here's the awesome price: you can filter this by pricing. So if you wanted to see what your mid price was on a certain contract, and this is like, okay, these are the particular trades I like to do. I like to only look for, in the money trades, or I like to look for out of the money trades, and I want to see it here because I know the market may move in a certain direction, and those are all your prerogatives on your own trading styles. But it's cool because it lets you set specific filters so that you can see, like, okay, if the S&P hits at this price, if it hits at $50, I want to buy in at $50, or I want to sell at $50. It's just an awesome tool to use, and I don't think a lot of people take advantage of something like that. um, let's go into the Finder tab. So, like I mentioned earlier, these are the indices. Here are the spreads. So if you were looking for a spread, I don't typically use spreads, but spreads are absolutely great for hedging. They're also good for, doing certain strategies. People think that you're not able to do what you do in options, where you can do like a butterfly, or an iron condor, or a straddle, or a strangle, and you can absolutely do that. You can doing them just by indices themselves, or you can use spreads. And if you look, here are the spreads that are going to be finishing in the next 20 minutes. And you can see here you have between 23.50 and 23.90. Also, they have these really nice charts. They're not your best charting package. Not sure why it's telling me please install Flash, because Flash has been updated. I think it's just the screen sharing that I have going on here. But the awesome thing is that you can trade binary forex, which is really nice, because I just started getting into this, and it's kind of nice that you can hedge some of the stuff that you have with the dollar or the Aussie or euro. And so this is a pretty awesome thing to know, that you can trade a different amount of different products that they have here. And for instance, this is the Aussie and the US dollar. So you can see here this has 4 minutes left before everything closes up. But then the awesome thing, it is Friday, so and it's the end of the quarter, so a lot of contracts are closing up. But ForexY continue to run. You also have you can also see the underlying indicative. So if you were to look for the S&P 500, you can go in here and show prices for June. So as you can see, here's the US, and that's what the bid and ask is. It's pretty neat. As well as you have your 20-minute binaries and your 5-minute binaries. 5-minute binaries are only going to be on the Forex. You won't see it for your US indices or your other indices at all. You'll see only 5-minute binaries for Forex. And then the 20-minute, you'll see them for your US indices. So you'll see here that these are about to finish up for the week. It's only got 2 minutes left on that, and after that, will be closed. Here you can also customize if you want to see the filter, if you don't want to see the filter, your open positions, your order history, um, and your working orders. You can also change this display. So you can change the way you see how some of the activity is or whatnot. And I mean, it's an awesome platform. I think everybody, if you're just trying to learn how to trade, yes, it is not um, your brick and mortar brokerage or exchange where you're in there, you're getting as the max profit or loss on certain trades, but um, binaries are a little volatile in its nature. That's what they are. But I mean, it gives you a great foot in the door to learn how to trade. And I will be posting more videos on Nadex as well as option trading on the site. So keep a lookout for that. If you guys have certain questions that you guys are looking for, that you guys would like to learn more about, or you want to know something that I can do a video on for you, go ahead, reach out to me. Again, thank you. My name is Tony, and you are trading with Tony. And I'm glad you guys took the time to watch the video. Please leave a comment and enjoy the rest of your week. Thank you and have a great one, guys. Take care and happy trading.